Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining me for episode 14 of Soapbox Daily. I want to thank also, of course, for those people that tuned in last night to listen to episode 1 of the Get Off My Soapbox podcast. The Get Off My Soapbox podcast was delayed due to a family emergency. I was at the hospital all night in emergency due to my better half, chest pains and trouble breathing, everything else. So thank you very much for those that tuned in. Unfortunately, that will be delayed until later on today, but I wanted to make sure we got today's episode of Soapbox Daily out. So today on Soapbox Daily, we are talking about, do you know the direction to go in? And I'll clarify that a little more. First, let's start off with, how is your integrity today? As always, that's important. Keep in touch with your integrity. Be a better person. Evolve. And of course, last but not least, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this podcast and, of course, our Get Off My Soapbox podcast. You could find out all the information there, and we have a new FAQ section, so check that out as well because it answers a lot of questions that people have had. And, of course, more development and more information as time moves forward and requests come in. Okay, so let's move forward, of course, with today's episode. Today's episode on Soapbox Daily is, do you know the direction to go in? And as always, I am your host, Matt Morgan. So what I'm talking about today is, specifically, do you ever notice when you go into a grocery store or Walmart or some other store, especially with shopping carts, you get people that are all over the place. You're just going down the aisle like normal. Somebody's, banging into you, coming head on. And I really always wondered about this in North America because it's elementary in the sense that, okay, we drive on a certain side of the road. Okay, so we drive on the right side of the road in North America. And the majority of the countries in the world drive on the right side. Why would we not treat lanes in a store with the same concept? Drive the cart on the right side of the road. So, when we're walking along, the product in the aisles is on our right side, just like you would drive a car. So it's always made me wonder about this because, well, what is the countries? Because if the bulk of the countries drive on the right, what countries are left that drive on the left? So I looked into this, and the bulk of the countries that drive on the left are former British colonies, including South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. There's only 4 countries in Europe that still drive on the left, and they are all islands. They consist of the UK, the Republic of Ireland, Malta, and Cyprus. That's not a lot, really. There's a population there, but that's not a lot. So when I'm in North America, Canada, US, or wherever, I'm baffled by it. I see these people not grabbing the concept of, hey, drive, go down aisles like you would when you're driving. It's so stupid when I see this. I just want to smack these people and go, listen, do you not know how to drive a car? Do you not understand stay on the right side of the road? Stay on the right side of the aisle. It's something to think about, folks. When you go into the grocery store, it's not like a free-for-all. You can just drive your car everywhere, anywhere you want. There's a reason why there's an organization, and the organization's important. So why is it so difficult to treat lanes in the store like you would driving a car? No idea, but some people are just too dense to figure it out. When you're at the store next time, stay in the right side. Let people do the right side on the other side. Everybody's happy. Nobody's banging into each other. It's all good. Okay, so that's my short rant for today. I'm exhausted. As I said, I've been up in emergency all night because of family emergencies yesterday. But hey, I wanted to get on here and do my Soapbox Daily and have a little discussion on this. I just never understood, but hopefully people get it right one day. So other than that, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this podcast and our Get Off My Soapbox podcast, which, of course, the Get Off My Soapbox podcast, episode 1, will be released later on today. It is long format. It is a lot longer. It takes a little more editing, but sorry about the delay. It shall be out later on today. So thank you for your patience. Other than that, also check out our Twitter, Mad Soapbox. You'll find it up there. Also, links will be on the Get Off My Soapbox podcast website or getoffmysoapbox.com. Other than that, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Been a pleasure as always. I hope you have a tremendous and wonderful day moving forward, and I will see you tomorrow.